Hey guys, my name is Jake Julius and this is Contrarian Daily, and today I'm going to be talking to you about logical fallacies. Logical fallacies are errors of logic that weaken your argument and make them less effective, aka bad logic. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 key logical fallacies that I notice and that we've all seen before, but we may not be able to call out because we actually don't know what the term is for it. It can be really effective in a conversation or a debate to call out logical fallacies because it gives you a little bit of credibility that you've done your research and you understand logic a little bit better. Number 1, the straw man. A straw man is when somebody takes your argument and they intentionally misrepresent it so it's easier to attack. An example of this can be seen in if you made the argument to somebody that young boys need a father in their home because it's really important for their development. And then somebody said to you, well, you think that single mothers can't raise children and that single mothers can't raise good people. That would be a straw man because what they've done is they've taken the easier route, and rather than arguing against the very complex issue that you brought up, they chose to attack you for something that you didn't actually say and intentionally misrepresent what you said. Number 2, bandwagon fallacy. Just because a lot of people think something or a large portion of the population believes something doesn't necessarily make it true. An example of this could be seen in that a lot of people think that animal fats are bad for you. Now, that's not really taking into consideration all of the different nuances involved in the topic. Animal fats aren't necessarily bad for you depending on the diet that you're on, depending on who you are, depending on your other lifestyle choices and various other factors. Just because people have that preconception about animal fats and that a lot of people believe it doesn't make it necessarily true. Number 3, the appeal to authority. We've all heard this one, and it is a very frustrating one when you're trying to have a conversation. An appeal to authority is when somebody relies on their credentials or their experiences to validate their ideas and their logic. An example of this can be seen in if you were talking about issues that were going on in the country France, and you were making an argument with statistics or logic, and then somebody said to you, oh, I've actually been to France. The fact that they've been to France doesn't actually make their logic any sounder. They're just making an appeal to authority. So it's important to be able to call that one out because it gets used all the time. 4, correlation causation fallacy. This is when somebody thinks that just because 2 things happened at a similar time, for example, that one thing directly caused the other thing. An example of this would be, since such and such has started at the company, our profits have gone down. This could be the case, that could be the case. However, the logic doesn't stack up because just because when they came to the company, the profits went down doesn't necessarily mean that they were the reason for that happening. Number 5, anecdotal evidence fallacy. The anecdotal evidence fallacy is when somebody uses their own experiences rather than logical evidence. An example of the anecdotal evidence fallacy would be to say that the gender pay gap is real because when I worked at this place, they paid me less than a man. Therefore, that proves that the gender pay gap must be real because I got paid less than a man. You see the logical fallacy there. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Share the video. Reach out. Get in touch if you want. Send us an email. Contrarian Daily. My name's Jake Julius. See you next time.